Hey y'all, it's Alec with Sharing the Journey. Today I'm here with Jack and Jodie. Jack and Jodie have been on the road for 5 years. Started the same year Cindy and I did. But they made an unusual choice in their full-time RV rig. This is their 2019 Host, and it is a truck camper, and it slides right in the bed of this 2019 four-wheel drive Ford F-350 pickup. So I'm going to sit down, we're going to have a little conversation, and you can learn more about other full-timers. Alright, so I'm sure y'all can guess which one's Jack and which one's Jodie, but meet Jack right here, and the pretty one's Jodie. And like I said, they've been on the road for about 5 years. 2019?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Jack, what did you do before you retired and hit the road?
I was a consumer lender at a credit union in Boulder, Colorado.
Consumer lender. So you gave money on cars and motorhomes.
Second mortgages,
right.
Yep, stuff like that.
And Jodie was a model?
Well, sort of.
Feet don't count on OnlyFans.
I was a supervisor at the post office.
Okay.
I carried mail for 30 years, and then.
I've got a few complaints I'd like to register.
Yeah, right. I can take care of those. They'll be in the mail.
Right. With my check.
Yeah, with your check. So yeah, I retired out of Boulder as a supervisor.
All right. So y'all were from Colorado?
Not originally, but that's where we retired out of.
All right. So how long did y'all live in Colorado?
Probably about 45 years. That's where we raised our family.
Yeah, 30 some years for me. We got married later, but yeah.
Okay. So, gosh, full-timing, that in itself makes people just like go batty. Like, what kind of weird people want to sell their houses and hit the road? Cindy and I get hit with that question all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So, what made y'all decide to leave the sticks and bricks, the traditional lifestyle, and become full-time RVers?
Yeah, this is not something you just choose overnight.
No.
You know, in fact, I think it was a 15-year journey for us. When I first started planning our retirement, I was looking at going cruise ships, cruise ship to cruise ship to cruise ship. I thought, well, that'd be a cool retirement. Then the price got expensive, and then getting from the ships became a complicated issue. But we also had timeshares. So then I thought, oh, we could split it up between the timeshares and the cruises. But the cruise thing I dropped fairly early. And we went to an RV show in Denver, and we saw this. First, I don't know if you're familiar with the Earth Roamer.
I am not.
The Earth Roamer, yeah, you should look that up. It's made in Colorado. It used to start at $500,000.
Okay.
Right? It's a luxury truck camper, although the camper doesn't come off.
Okay.
And I told her that's what I want because we're not buying anything for $500,000.
So number one, I wouldn't know where to get $500,000, but I didn't used to work at a bank and have the opportunity to put a few bills in my pocket every day to take home.
Yeah. So I wanted something similar to that, and this was as close as I could get to that. And we went to the RV show in Denver. She sat in it, and her big smile came across her face. She goes, I could live in this. I'm like, boom, done.
So Jodie, you were on board from the beginning with becoming full-time.
Yes, it was pretty much my idea.
See, that's the way it was in my house, too.
We like traveling. We've traveled quite a bit when the kids were little, even with the kids and stuff. And I just wanted to, there's so much to see, you know?
Yes, there is.
And instead of just going for 2 weeks and then going back home, here we can stay, check it out.
And you're always worried about the house while you're gone.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Right. If your kids are cutting the yard, just like when they were little.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Still worrying.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just, I knew we're good partners with each other, and that we just hit the road. And
So y'all had it wasn't a big deal because y'all went from like a 500 square foot house to a 200 square foot camper?
No, we sold the house in, I think it was 2010, moved into 3-level townhouse apartment. Then we moved into a smaller apartment, then a smaller apartment.
So it was gradual
It was
down.
gradual over 10 years, pretty much over 10 years.
Yeah, when we did it, we went from 5-bedroom, 2,500 square foot to our 32-foot motorhome.
That's quite a jump.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the realtor told us it would take 9 months to sell the house because we lived in rural America, farmland.
Uh-huh.
And it sold the first day, cash offer from somebody from California. They wanted to close in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
yes, it was quite the ordeal. So what did you do with all your stuff?
Well, we kept whittling it down to where everything we own right now is right there.
Okay.
But even that last day before we moved in there, we moved in on our birthday in 2019. There were some tears because there were a few things that just didn't fit.
Right.
So, but we got through that.
Well, luckily, Jack, you were one of the things that fit, right?
Exactly. And we put some of the stuff in our daughters. Our two daughters had a house together.
Okay.
So we said, can we leave some stuff in your basement? Yeah, sure. Not knowing that in a year they sold the house and we're on the road and they go, well, what do you want us to do with this stuff? I'm like, throw it out.
Goodwill.
I don't even know. I don't even know what's in there, so just throw it out. So they got rid of it. We haven't missed it. We don't even know what it was.
So before you chose the truck camper, did y'all go look at fifth wheels or motorhomes? And
We did. We actually rented some things. We rented a Class C. We took it to Pikes Peak KOA. And then we had to take an Uber up to Pikes Peak. I'm like, well, that's a stupid way to camp. So, because we didn't have a tow vehicle, of course, on a rental. And then we rented a van, a camper van.
which is something I've been very interested in.
Very maneuverable, but too small for two people. Plus, I mean, even with this, we couldn't get everything in there. So we wanted something kind of like that, Class C, but maneuverable. So we came upon this, and it's perfect because, like you see, we've dropped it here. We live in it, and then when we leave here tomorrow, we'll put it back on, and then we take off.
So I've noticed, we've been work camping. This is our 10th park we've worked in, and we see quite a number of truck campers come in. But you're the first person I've ever seen that has taken the camper off the back of the truck.
Yeah.
Is there anything special you had to do for stability? And how long does it take and how hard is it?
If you look at the back of the camper, back of the truck, you'll see it was quite hard at first. It's all scraped up inside. But I've got it down now. It's a pretty easy deal. It's a piece of cake to take it off.
Right.
There's a remote control that raises the legs up. Jodie drives the truck out, and then I lower it down. I lower it to the first step hits the ground, and kind of acts as a kickstand.
Okay.
It's pretty stable. We had a high wind the other night. It's perfect. So it works great.
Okay. And what was the reason for going so small? Because you could have, with the same truck here, you could have a 35-foot fifth wheel, and with opposing slides, and y'all could have a ballroom dance in there, which I'm sure doesn't happen in here. And but so why so small?
Maneuverability, the freedom. I mean, there have been times we've called campgrounds that you have space open. They go, oh, no, we don't have anything. How long are you? I go 24 feet. They go, whoa, wait, we got some.
Right. Yeah. When we were in Yellowstone, we would even put them in tent sites.
Yes. Yeah, we could do that too.
Right.
Yeah. So it works. It's easy maneuverability. We can take it downtown. She parallel parked it.
Oh wow!
In what was it? Someplace in Arizona.
Santa Fe, New Mexico.
In New Mexico and in Arizona. She's the driver.
Okay.
The navigator.
When we go to timeshares, because we do have accessibility to timeshares that we like to do a couple times a year.
Right.
And we can park in their parking lot, and it doesn't look like they say no motorhomes. It's not a motorhome.
Right. Who makes Host? I've never heard the brand.
That is the Host is the brand.
Host is the brand. It's not just the.
It's a small company out of Bend, Oregon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And you said you're going to let the viewers see inside today, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. So Jack says he's going to let his wife do the inside tour, but I thought I'd walk around real quick. And I bet you we're going to be surprised at how big it is. You've got 3 slides. You've got one on the passenger side or the door side of the camper. You've got one here in the back with a nice ladder going up. And then you've got a fairly big slide here on the driver's side. So that's pretty cool. Walk around front. A lot of windows. And y'all, I apologize for the wind noise. You're going to hear some crackling and stuff during the interview and whatnot, but there's nothing I can do with the South Texas wind. So we're going to go in here through the door. Jodie assures me that this is how the camper always is, that she knew I was coming over, but she did not clean at all.
This is how we live every day.
This is how we live every day. All right, so you walk in. I'm going to step over here. It looks like we've got a nice dining area, which is, I'm sure, where a lot of the seating is. And then you've got a little cubby here by the door, where it looks like, I bet Jack spends a lot of his time. I see his hat and stuff up there. So you got the nice cubby, and then a spacious kitchen area. Instapot. Who doesn't have an Instapot when they're camping? 3-burner stove. I'm surprised at the size of the refrigerator, double door freezer and refrigerator. Fireplace, surround sound stereo, and I'm assuming this is where the TV once was? Never.
Yep, we don't own a TV.
Well, you know, you're smart. We waste too much time. And then while Jack is in here eating, Jodie can be here on the throne. Now, is that composting or regular water?
Regular water.
Regular water. How big a tank, Jack, do you think you have?
25 black, 42 gray, and I think it's 60.
25 black, 42 gray, 60 fresh water. And then can I head back to where the magic happens?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
And then we've got, oh wow, there's a lot of room up here too. Guys, is that a queen size?
Yes.
Queen size bed, plenty of room on both sides. Got 2 cupboards for clothes. And is there storage under the bed?
No.
Okay. And then a nice skylight here.
That's actually escape hatch.
Escape hatch. That's where Jack gets out when Jodie starts getting too ugly to him. But it would appear that you sleep on this side with your feet towards the front of the camper.
Yeah.
This is very nice. Let's see, we'll come to the other side. And the shower is over.
The shower's here, but you got to pull this door.
Okay.
And that's the privacy for the bathroom.
Okay, you got a full shower in here. And slide the door back. Oh, wow, and it wraps around so to give you privacy. And I'm sure in a 12-foot camper there's not a lot of privacy. And then this coming up this side. Looks like a good bit of cupboards for the kitchen. And then, so you can get to both sides of the bedroom easily. This is awesome. So Jodie was telling me that they did not do a microwave.
Right, we don't do a microwave, so we have extra storage. That's where a microwave should go.
Okay.
And then we didn't do the oven, so we have lots of extra
A lot of storage there, yeah. So what does this weigh?
What does this weigh, Jack?
New 4,800.
4,800 empty.
4,800 empty. It's about 4,950 now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this also moves so that you can work around the kitchen.
Oh, so that's one of, oh wow, it slides in multiple directions.
And it will go down to a coffee table also.
Okay, you know, this one of my favorite things is that big window.
I call it my cat box because I can sit here and I feel like a cat in the sun.
There you go.
Look out.
So you can people watch out of this very well, and the way the reflective glass is, you can see out and people can't see in.
Right, right.
That's awesome.
And so of course this makes to a bed and that makes to a bed. And
for outside storage, oh my gosh. And that's the same fire pit we have. And you called this the morgue. This is where...
I've heard other people call it that, yeah.
When Jody goes missing, this is where the police need to look.
Yeah.
And then you got all your systems up in there.
Yeah.
Batteries and...
Batteries and probably an inverter, 3,000 watt inverter. Yep, we have a 2,000. I wish I had put the 3,000. And then you do the fantasy tours?
Yeah, adventure caravan and fantasy tours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Are y'all guides or hosts, or y'all just travelers with them?
First time on both of them.
Okay. Well, cool. All right. Well, that was a fun time we had with Jack and Jody. What a neat camper. And they leave here in a few days. And where are y'all headed?
We're heading to San Benito.
Headed to San Benito. So if any of y'all see them down there, wave and say hey. All right. Y'all camp safe out there, and have a good evening.